Take a look at my inventory. Do you think I got enough iron? Well, we're gonna need a lot of it. So we have 4 farms that I really want to at least attempt at getting. Slime farm, a gold farm, a blaze farm, and a witch farm. The slime farm is gonna be needed for a lot of the larger farms. A gold farm is something super useful to have, but it also will help us get activator rails a lot easier. A blaze farm is something that we should probably have as a good XP recharger. And then of course the witch farm will get us a whole bunch of good stuff, including glowstone and redstone for free. So I had a time lapse in place for this slime farm, but I really wasn't happy with it. I thought it was kind of boring. I went with this design, which, as I'm looking at the drops, not really actually happy with the drops. So down here, we can look at these drops. I've AFK'd here for probably about 5 hours actually, and we've only got 2 stacks of slime. It's not great, but there might be a ton of caves underneath here that we can light up to increase the efficiency too. We are going to come back through here and pretty all of these farms up that we make today. And I've decided, instead of doing the blaze farm, I want to do something a bit more crazy. Let's make a shulker farm, but for now, time to go to the gold farm. I weirdly enough had a really fun time building this. I actually learned a lot about magma blocks, believe it or not, but this is a pretty standard piglin gold farm. If you want to build it, the link is in the description to the guide that I used, but this is going to get us so much gold, it's ridiculous. Not only that, it is going to allow us to barter with piglins and get us all sorts of stuff, including obsidian, which we're going to need to finish our froglet farm. So, very important that we build this. Right now, as you guys are seeing, we've got a little turtle egg down there, and for some reason, these piglins really don't like the turtle egg, so they're popping down there and trying to kill it. So, we need to get rid of the rotten flesh. And to do that, we need to build some filters, possibly. Alright, so here's how this is going to work. We're going to need, I think we're going to put 1 in each one of these. Not all of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then this right here is going to go into there. And it should stop when it hits 41. Okay, 18 apparently. Okay, so what's cool about this now is this is full of that particular block. We want it to not take that. And then theoretically, we can put it into this dropper. Okay, and okay, this does fill up. Now we need a way for this, I think, to actually run. And that's going to turn these off, turns it back on, and spits this guy out. Let's see. 9, 64. Whoa, nice. That's pretty good. That's very good. This is gonna fill up fast, actually. After spending 6 hours, we got 2 stacks of gold plus a half stack of gold, and then for blocks, actually, and then a bunch of gold and gold nuggets. So this is actually pretty good. We also were able to pull out at least 29 honey blocks from this. The next portion of this is going to be actually setting up a bartering system. This is a really simple system to throw these like piglins in this little glass cage, and you have to use a piston to get the roof on, but it's basically just piglins on top of a hopper. Nothing to really see here. I did make an entire filtering system though, so that we could filter out all the blocks that we didn't want, because this thing fills up fast. We got a lot of boots, but we can actually melt these down back to iron. 9 obsidian, not too terribly much, but a lot of blackstone. So hopefully we can get the witch farm going relatively easily, because I really want specifically the gunpowder and glowstone. And we are running short of redstone. Would rather not have to go doing a huge mining trip. So let's get to it. I was really surprised that this was not a lot harder than I thought it would be. It really is just a bunch of platforms and a little bit of redstone, but they're doing this in a mangrove swamp was so not ideal. And I actually had to burn down quite a bit of the trees just because it was in the way constantly. But as you guys will see, the drops are well worth all of the effort that you put into one of these things. So I would say you really should make one of these. You get the redstone, but more importantly, you get the gunpowder. You'll never, ever, ever have to ever worry about getting rockets again if you've got one of these farms. Ooh, quite a bit of gunpowder actually on the second chest. In this, we should have had quite a bit of interaction from our guys up here. This performed very well, so everything went to the end and dumped out nicely. And we got a bunch of nether brick, a bunch of obsidian, which makes me think that we actually threw away some, unfortunately, earlier, because this is quite a good amount, considering. Why have they made it so hard to breed these things? So they can't get through a one wide area like that? Oh, they can! Hi, little guy! Okay, it happened. To get prepped for this shulker farm that I want to make, we're gonna need a crap ton of scaffolding. So I need to grab as much bamboo as we possibly can. I noticed that we need 15 wither roses though. So we are gonna have to do some prerequisites before we can get to it. Alright, so I'm not exactly sure how the mechanics of this is gonna go. The long and the short of it is, I think that as long as the wither is attacking them and killing them, we're good to go. In worst case scenario, we get another nether star. Oh, sweet. Alright, and how many wither roses did we get? Wow, 58! I was expecting to find a creeper, but I found something worse. Okay, perfect. We're getting tons of bamboo. So this farm is probably one of the most complex farms I have ever made in Minecraft. It's not that it's really all that difficult either. The first part 100% is, but the rest of it's just a bunch of scaffolding placing. This is like a little supercharger that you guys are seeing me make. The shulkers are gonna pop down on these little fence gates, and they're gonna basically make it more likely that a shulker spawns, and that's gonna increase the drop amount. The rest of this process is just this weird setup with mine carts that go up a ladder, but you need to get a snowman to hit this endermite that you trap in a minecart. But really, at the end of the day, most of this is just a lot of placing of all of these scaffolding pieces and a bunch of half slabs. So not that difficult. And then at the top here, that's the wither killing spree area. You just pop into those little fences and they open themselves up and get hit by the wither roses, and that's it. Of course, trapping one of these things is probably the most difficult part, and that certainly wasn't easy because I had to rip apart a whole part of the end city to even make it so that it doesn't spawn outside of that area. Believe it or not, even though I've gotten all of these shulker boxes, this is not even close to the amount that I should be getting. I should be getting, according to it, about 1,000 an hour. Now I've got this thing fully supercharged. They call it a supercharger, but we're there. Except one. There's one that's missing, but even still, I should be getting a fair amount of drops here. So here's what's really cool about this and why I chose this location. This is where we originally got the elytra. Down here is a portal to the end island, which means if we defeat the ender dragon a couple more times, eventually we'll get this portal all the way on the end island. Have this guy come out here. What is he holding? Don't tell me this guy is holding a wither rose. That's no good. Because endermen can travel 32 blocks in any direction, it looks like I'm gonna need to actually remove this entire end city. Okay, here we are, about to be the finished product of the subscriber room. Obviously, we've got room for this to bump down. This is going to end up being a much bigger room when I make it. So it'll be a staircase, 3x3 staircase down into a bigger room with a beacon in the middle, I think. We've got 100 subscribers, and what I did was I went with a sort of very beginning Minecraft feel. We're just kind of in cobblestone and grass and leaves and everything. And these are you guys that subscribed during 100, and I have your names in my little subscriber count on YouTube, so I can credit you. 250. I did a little bit of a weird thing, but I wanted to use a lot of wood and deep slate. And here's everybody that was with me between 100 and 250. And then we had 500 subscribers. I did it end because we went into the end around this time. Here's everybody for this, who were here during that time. And then finally, 1,000 subscribers. Now, I want to talk a little bit real quick about what makes all of you guys special. In the future, I'm not going to do any longer signs. I'm going to do a book. You guys who have the signs, you are extremely special. But I figure the under 1,000 subscriber club, you guys need something special. So I wanted to start a highlighted comment of the week, but probably in the future from the past episode. In this one, CP and B asked, what's your favorite farm? My favorite farm is, right now, my Froglight farm. I'm really, really happy with it. I'm excited about all of these beautiful Froglight pieces. And so, pretty much, if I have a material that I really, really enjoy and like playing around with, I'm gonna pretty much enjoy farming it. On screen, YouTube is suggesting what it thinks you want to watch on my channel, so check it out and see if YouTube is right.